At 080 Barcelona Fashion Connect, we bring you brands that don't just follow trends, they build purpose into every garment. DOCOR is a clear example of this philosophy. Since 1976, the brand has been redefining swimwear by focusing on what truly matters: real women, real bodies, and real comfort. With a strong commitment to technical expertise, inclusive sizing, and local production in Spain, DOCOR has evolved into a specialist brand that empowers women through design, combining shaping innovation, comfort, and responsible manufacturing. Let's explore DOCOR. Zoe, thank you so much for being here today at 080 Barcelona Fashion Connect and presenting DOCOR to us.
Thank you for inviting us.
DOCOR has been accompanying women since 1976. What was the original vision behind the brand, and how has that purpose evolved over the decades?
I'm happy that you mentioned the year, because this year, it's our 50th anniversary.
Congratulations.
So it's a very special year for all the DOCOR family. And then answering your question, DOCOR was born from a simple but very deep belief that was to do swimwear as a response of women's needs. Mm-hmm. So in a time when the industry was prioritizing aesthetics over fit and comfort, DOCOR chose a completely different path, one that celebrated real bodies, real curves, and real lives.
Real women.
Real women, yeah. So the vision was simple, but it was very revolutionary. It was creating pieces that felt like a second skin, that made women move, live, and feel free. So that has been the spirit that has guided us for all these 5 decades. And as women's voices have grown stronger, so has our commitment to them. And today, DOCOR stands with comfort, authenticity, and inclusivity. So through this time, we have broadened our size range. We're doing from size S until size 8XL.
Wow.
We have refined our fit, and we have also embraced more responsible ways of manufacturing, all while staying true to our core belief to empower women. Mm-hmm. So women can feel free and can feel comfortable and can feel beautiful with our designs.
Yeah, that's why your designs are built to reduce, shape, and support and enhance this figure. Yeah. What structural and material innovations allow you to deliver this promise without compromising comfort?
Okay, so this is like one of our main philosophies, and to achieve this shaping and comfort, it's like a balance we have to look. So we rely on technical performance materials, and on the structural standpoint, we use like several things. I'm going to show you some of the things that we use. So we rely on different linings. Okay. For example, we have the swimsuit, where we have a compression lining, mm-hmm. that it compresses, but you feel comfortable.
Okay.
You don't feel like
you feel free but beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we have another lining that's double stretched. We rely on high quality cups that are going to dry fast, are not going to retain water, and feel very natural. Mm-hmm. We use this types of elastics with a high quality too that give you support but don't tighten you.
Yeah. To increase comfortableness.
Yes. So every detail in our swimsuits is thought for giving comfort. And we use also some details that each woman can adapt to themselves. For example, we use straps that you can adjust. And here we have another piece that we use a lot that we can adapt how much you want to cover.
Okay.
You want to cover a lot, you want to cover less. So every detail is thought for giving comfort and making women feel beautiful.
That's really nice. And DOCOR also manufactures entirely in Spain,
Yep.
working with local workshops in Mataró, which is near Barcelona. What strategic advantages does proximity production bring in terms of quality, control, agility, and sustainability?
Okay, so producing in Spain, and especially in Mataró, that Mataró is deeply rooted to textile craftsmanship. So that is part of who we are. So being just a short steps from our manufacturers gives us the possibility of controlling quality through all of the process. And so this ensures that each garment has a care, the quality, and the precision that defines DOCOR. So this proximity also gives us a lot of agility because if the market changes and needs anything, we can do that very quickly. We can do any changes, we can add colors, we can add prints, we can change designs. So that is not something that is, you cannot do that if you're like producing far away. And then there is sustainability, not as a trend, but as a responsibility. Because producing locally, we are reducing our environmental footprint, and then we're embracing the community that has been with us since the very beginning. And then we were working with European manufacturers, European fabrics, that some of them are made with regenerated fabrics. And then we have this long-term relationship, either with our suppliers, with our workshops, and this also gives us a security that we're having in transparent processes and we're having ethical working conditions. So our goal is to have durability, comfort, with a high quality, and also taking care of the environment and of the people that surround us.
And what differentiates DOCOR from other swimwear brands that also claim inclusivity and comfort? What is your real competitive advantage?
Okay, so many brands claim inclusivity, but we're like the best ones in here. Nobody can defeat us in here. So what truly sets us apart are three strengths that we have cultivated within the years. So the first one is technical expertise. Every time that we're going to design a swimwear, the first thing that comes to our mind is how are we going to help women to feel beautiful, to feel comfort, and to feel supported with our swimwear.
To empower them, as you were saying in the beginning.
So this is where our pattern garments and our technicals and our designers come like to the table with all their know-hows, so they can know how to get the perfect fit and a beautiful garment. Then in the second place, we have true size inclusivity. We are doing from size S until size 8XL. So this is one of the widest ranges in the market. And the most important thing is how we do it. Not just we don't just get a prototype and start grading up and down. But our pattern specialists, they study the body morphology of a big prospectum. And then the fitting is done size by size. So it is something that is more accurate and it fits. So even if you're wearing a size S or somebody else an 8XL, it's gonna look perfect. And there's an aesthetic and there's a harmony between the look and the fitting. It doesn't matter the size. And then we have local manufacturing that, as we said before, it allows us to ensure quality, to take care of our people, and to be very flexible.
And looking ahead, what are DOCOR's strategic priorities in terms of product innovation, market expansion, and strengthening your brand positioning in both domestic and international markets? Okay,
so our future is guided by the same values that have shaped us throughout the years, but with renewed ambitions. So right now we are focusing basically in three things. The first one is continue with product innovation. We're always looking for new fabrics, fabrics that are more sustainable. We're looking for more materials that can adapt better to our swimsuits and can be more comfortable. We want, like, if a woman comes and wears DOCOR, we want her to notice that immediately. Then the second one would be to expand our presence in our international markets, strengthening our brand identity as a brand focused on making women feel comfortable. And then finally, we want to strengthen our emotional connection with customers through clear storytelling and highlighting what makes DOCOR unique. That's devotion to inclusivity, craftsmanship, responsible production, and the belief that women should empower women rather than intimidate them.
Wow, Zoe, thank you so much for sharing all the vision behind DOCOR. Thank you so much for being part of
Thank you
Zero
for
80.
inviting us.
Thank you. DOCOR represents more than swimwear. It represents a long-term commitment to confidence, inclusivity, and craftsmanship. By combining decades of technical know-how with proximity production and a clear focus on real women's needs, the brand continues to strengthen its position, both locally and internationally. As DOCOR looks to the future, its direction is clear: innovate, expand, and stay true to its purpose, creating swimwear that fits, supports, and empowers.